child is likely in that river. And I would want the same thing if my child was missing. And so that's what we're here to do. We're gonna keep forging ahead, and we're gonna do everything we can do to find these kids.
From the station that's always local, always now, this is Fox 19 Now at 10.
We're looking for two boys. We're not just looking for James. We're looking for Nylo as well.
Search and recovery crews remain determined to find the bodies of 3-year-old Nylo Lattimore and 6-year-old James Hutchinson. Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Jessica Schmidt. As you can see this video behind me, dozens of volunteers and law enforcement officials spent the day searching for those missing boys along the banks of the Ohio River in Lawrenceburg. Andrea Medina has been following today's efforts. She has been out there all day today. She joins us live now with the latest on those search efforts. Andrea.
Hey, Jessica. Well, crews say low visibility and high river levels made it too dangerous to send divers into the water. They described the river as a glass of chocolate milk, meaning that it was very cloudy, very dark, and just overall muddy. Now, while their efforts were mainly on land, they say even that was limited because there were some parts that were underwater. And they also say that it's not pleasant looking for two missing kids' bodies, but it's all they want to do to help bring their family some closure.
We're going to do everything we can do to find these kids.
For more than 6 hours on Sunday, search and recovery team North Star International, along with Ohio Landstar and several other law enforcement agencies, searched high and low for two small children along the banks of the Ohio River in Lawrenceburg, Indiana.
This is still part of our job. You know, we're not done until we can try to locate and recover these two little boys.
3-year-old Nylo Lattimore and 6-year-old James Hutchinson's bodies are believed to be in the Ohio River. The boys have two different stories, both very sad tragedies. Investigators say Nylo Lattimore was killed in December by Deshaun Brown. They believe Brown threw him into the Ohio River alive after killing his mother, Nytisha Lattimore. Middletown police say James' mother, Brittany Gosney, confessed to killing the little boy in a Preble County park by dragging him with her car. Investigators believe Gosney and her boyfriend dumped James' body in the Ohio River near Lawrenceburg, Indiana.
A lot of people here that have kids, small adults, but you know, we have two families that their child is likely in that river, and I would want the same thing if my child was missing.
Crews searched 21 miles from Lawrenceburg to Aurora on foot and using dogs. A helicopter and mobile command unit from the Butler County Sheriff's Office was brought to help with the search. Crews also used a mapping system to mark which areas had been covered. Divers with the Hamilton County Police Association were out here as well, but visibility and treacherous river conditions prevented any underwater search efforts from happening.
The water is still very high. It's going down, but it didn't go down as much as we had hoped.
While today's recovery efforts were unsuccessful, crews say they aren't giving up hope and will continue looking for James and Nylo until their promise is delivered. There isn't a specific date on when crews will be back out searching for the missing bodies. Now they say that they're just waiting for river levels to improve so they can use their boats and have divers go into the water. Reporting live in Lawrenceburg, Andrea Medina, Fox 19 Now.
So guys, good morning. While I was searching for information about James Hutchinson from Middletown, Ohio, I came across the story of Nylo Lattimore, who was a 3-year-old from Cincinnati, Ohio, and his mother was found in a bag by the Purple People Bridge in Lawrenceburg on the shores of the Ohio River. Mr. Deshaun Brown told investigators that after having killed Nylo's mother, but before disposing of her body, Mr. Brown put young 3-year-old Nylo in the Ohio River, guys. So currently what we have right now is a search for two boys, 6-year-old James Hutchinson and 3-year-old Nylo Lattimore, guys. I just can't even start to fathom what's going on in these adults' heads that they're doing these malicious, just, you know, with viciousness of the devil himself being played out on these little kids. It just breaks my heart. I can't. My son just turned 3. I can't imagine myself or someone else putting a 3-year-old into a crazy, rushing, you know, filthy, debris-filled river and just let him go and watch him go like a 3-year-old. Guys, this has to stop. I would like to thank the young lady that I wanted to make a correction on the video concerning James that I did last night. I called it famicide. It's actually filicide. I know the correct term, but I just had so much emotion going on while I was doing James's story that filicide had slipped my mind. Yes, guys, filicide is the clinical term for killing a biological family member, whether it be a child or otherwise. Like I said last night, it's a crazy phenomenon. Filicide is where a mother or a parental unit would harm, you know, abuse or worse yet, murder a child. It's also quite the phenomenon when a child perpetrates that sort of violence against their parental unit. It's just, this one is hard to understand, guys. I just can't wrap my head around it. And it's got me really sad today, especially when, you know, when it's a little 3-year-old Nylo, like he, you know, my son is in the pool a lot, but I certainly am not going to leave him in the pool by himself at 3 years old, and I'm certainly not going to take him to a river and throw him in. It just is beyond the pale of comparison and understanding. You just cannot understand the rage and the anger inside of someone, the hate that would make them take a precious 3-year-old child and throw them into a river. Guys, the absence of evidence is not the evidence of absence. Like, comment, share, subscribe.